None of this was based on the merits of the actual presidential immunity clause. They used presumption of guilt to deny him a defense on the issue of immunity. It's insane saying this. Here, former President Trump's actions allegedly violated generally applicable criminal laws, meaning those acts were not properly within the scope of his lawful discretion. They provide him no structural immunity from the charges in the indictment. Okay, but what is the crime? No one has had a specific answer on this. It's just Trump broke the law. And when you do note a specific law, nothing he did meets the criteria of actually breaking that law. How is this inciting anything?
I know that everyone here will soon be marching over to the Capitol building to peacefully and patriotically make your voices heard.
No reasonable person can convict him of anything on this. And using the legal process to challenge something, by the way, is not a crime, despite what the Democrats want to do here. I recognize that getting a fair trial in D.C., an area that votes like 90% Democrat, which is why it's falling apart, it's not exactly filled with reasonable people. But that's a feature of this machine. It's not a bug. This three-judge panel today essentially removed presidential immunity because they thought Trump was already guilty, not on the basis of the historical application of actual presidential immunity. They noted, quote, former President Trump's alleged efforts to remain in power despite losing the 2020 elections were, if proven, an unprecedented assault on the structure of our government. But it's not proven. So rule on the issue at hand, not if it's proven. If you go to court, you or I, and you're charged with, pick one, murder, okay, and they illegally tap your phone, and you make the motion to remove that from evidence because it was illegally obtained, they can't enter it into the court anyway on the basis of, well, the crime you haven't been convicted of is really serious and bad, so therefore your Fourth Amendment rights don't apply and it will be entered into evidence anyway. That's exactly what they just did to Trump. The court went on to say, for the purpose of this criminal case, former President Trump has become citizen Trump with all the defenses of any other criminal defendant, but any executive immunity that may have protected him while he served as president no longer protects him against this prosecution. But the actions in question were while he was president. And this is why none of this makes sense to me or just about anybody I've talked to today. There is a process to charge a president while he's president. This has been completely circumventing the act of impeachment. He was impeached, but not found guilty in the Senate. There, end of story. That should be it. And the mere act of impeaching him means that the Democrats legally understood that this is an official act. Are you tracking me on this? By their own actions, they have admitted that this case has no merits outside of an impeachment hearing. If it was not an official act, then all the Democrats who voted for impeachment were legally unbased. What's the consequences for that? But again, and I said this when they impeached him, ridiculously enough, over 3 years ago, what is the crime? Show me the statute that he broke. This is not like an ambiguous question here. This should be pretty black and white. And if we apply this standard universally, does it apply to all presidents, all senators, all congressmen, past, present, and future, even governors and mayors? Like, if we don't like some of the other stuff that they're doing, can we just indict them? I mean, Joe Biden just yesterday snubbed the Supreme Court, throwing it in their face that he did exactly what they told him not to do.
The Supreme Court of the United States blocked me, but they didn't stop me.
Do whatever you want. I mean, can we indict him for that? Or after he's done being president in, I don't know, like 11 months? Republicans never will, but by the same standard, I think we could. But that's why the Democrats do this, because they know they can. And Republicans will never reciprocate any of this because many are just part of this blob of uniparty. Now, in the same vein, can we indict Biden for not enforcing our border laws? I mean, after all, that's what part of this Trump case is, that Trump somehow didn't tweet fast enough to stop someone from stealing a podium. And 70,000 people are dying of fentanyl that's coming across the southern border, and Joe Biden is selling the already paid for sections of the border wall on some Canadian Craigslist. Can we charge Joe Biden for not acting fast enough against Iranian proxies, where they attacked like 160-something times before we did anything? That led to the death of 3 soldiers. Apparently there's no more presidential immunity. File that lawsuit. Maybe murder. I don't know. I mean, easy case to make. That his capacity was, in fact, to defend U.S. troops as the commander-in-chief. He didn't. Therefore, he should forfeit any immunity in that matter, no? I mean, you might say it's legally bogus on the other side, but no more so than what Trump is going through. While we're at it, let's charge all these people.
You get out and you create a crowd. And you push back on them.
I want to tell you, Gorsuch, I want to tell you, Kavanaugh, you have released the whirlwind, and you will pay the price.
They asked me, would I like to debate this gentleman? And I said, no. I said, if we were in high school, I'd take him behind the gym and beat the hell out of him.
If you had to be stuck in an elevator with either President Trump, Mike Pence, or Jeff Sessions, who would it be?
Does one of us have to come out alive?
Okay, Maxine Waters, Chuck Schumer, Joe Biden, Kamala Harris. I'll await the indictments. After all, I mean, a Trump official was just gunned down because of soft-on-crime policies. How about these DAs or mayors or whatever? The only way to stop this madness is to apply the Democrat standards to all of them. You do that, and you're going to see a striking number of Democrats sticking their head up all of a sudden and calling for a return to norms.